Hi guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. All back in the workshop, some little technical stuff here. Another build that we've got going. Got a few going on. I've got a Mazda build. This build, a 1440 Booster. I've got a Booster Turbo one over there. We've got automatic build over there. We've got Sprint 185 over there. But before we separate the builds and show you each one individually, because it's a lot easier than just trying to whiz around in 20 minutes and do it for you. So this one here is hashtag Joseph's car, and it is a CUP200, sorry, plus. Why is it a plus? Because it's a 1440 engine. So this here, you can tell, it's got a bit of a barrel in there with a sticker on the side that says Wuzner. So it's been done. RLM, Rich, Dan, his team done a great job as always. Fully refreshed this engine. It's fully built. Bottom end all done. 1440cc. Angled throttle body adapters and drive-by-wire. So it's got the Gen 3 drive-by-wire throttle bodies here with a billet fuel rail, which RLM make. Lovely bit of kit. I mean, it just works. This is, we've done so many thousands of track miles with this setup. Just works. You can do all sorts of things with this and the Life ECU, which is under here. You can set parameters so that basically on warm up, it's got a faster idle. It won't let you do more than 40% throttle if it's oil temperature below 40 degrees. There's loads of different things we can do, and over the years we've sort of, with RLM and Rich and his team, we've fine-tuned these beasts, and this coupled with the 314 diff ratio, which I'll show you in the back when we get to a minute, is pretty much the perfect scenario. It's just awesome road car. We've had test drive actually. Some systems in on the engine. You can see the pipework here to go up to the oil cooler. It's got the RLM base billet sump on here. We're running the standard water pump on it. It works more than efficiently enough actually, the standard pump, so we don't need to touch any of that. All the wiring harnesses have been laid in, so you've got your injectors here, fuel rails done as we said, other wiring here for the starters, oil pressure sensors, crank sensors all gone in. This is a seal here that we put on, the guys put on at RLM, so nobody can tamper with the engine, so we know what's been going on, that this car will be bang on. You've got even down to a billet cam chain tensioner that's down here as well, which is rather nice. So it is beautiful. It's all billet, clutch slave, billet fuel rail, billet. It's absolutely stunning. Billet sump, you know, it's all really nice. So, and then we've gone with our standard, we just mocked, we just got to finish off a few bits here, but standard mock up here on 70mm radiator, 34mm oil cooler, all AN10 fixings. Proven solution, done this, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 times in the last 2 years. Same setup. Cup dampers, all in, our radiator brackets, a nice quick rack gone in. These are a 2.2 quick rack. You've seen this. We loosen these off. These are a bit stiff. So actually, when you're building your car, guys, make sure you loosen these off a little bit, because when they come factory, I'll show you on the other side. You can feel it's nice and loose now. We go around the other side. This one might have been done. It's not. No, look, I can hardly. It's quite stiff. When the joints are there, and you start to move them, and then there it goes. It just frees up. You can feel it as you free up. So when you put it in for the first time, just move that around to let that free up on this excuse me, ball joint inside there. So all of that's in. 120 watt fan, header tank, oil catch tank, all in. Engine cradle, top and bottom wishbones. These are all rose jointed, and we got the billet front uprights to go on. That's one of the later jobs to do. But moving along, all the gear mechanism, you can see this quite a bit more easily now. So in here we've got this is the strain gauge, and it's a Gen 3 Hayabusa one that's actually used. This allows it to do the flat shift. So in there, when you push it forward, it's got a little system here, you can feel it just moving, and that does the ignition cut, and also then will allow the ECU, once it signals, to do the blip for the motor that's on the throttle bodies here. This is why you can do it with drive-by-wire. The Life F88 ECU, which is mounted here, fits. We've got the battery in the battery cradle, so the MK branded cradle. They're really nice. They just fit now. It's all, again, been done 20, 30 times, I know, plus now. It's like stupid amount of times it's been done. And then we've got under here, and we've got a little electric park brake controller. So in there, got the prop shaft in, but coming back to here, this is the electric handbrake. It's not wired yet, it's not powered everything up, but again, showing you what's in here. So the electric park brake is on a actuator here, and we connect this up to the existing cable. So if you've already got a Sierra based cable set up, or even a Mazda one, we do it on both, we can then attach this. This mounts on with this bracket, comes in the kit. It's a laser cut bent piece that we make, mounts up to this bracket, and then onto this laser cut piece we make as well to join up the two. And then once you press the button and make it IVA compatible, which is what the control unit does, as in you can power it when the ignition's off, but you can't turn it off when the ignition's off, so you can't release the car. So there's a bit of a safety device as well. Prop shaft, as I say, into the diff, and you've got your electric reverse motor just in here. It's mounted with a sprocket on the between the diff and the prop shaft. Down in here we've got our pedal box, nice billet aluminium one, and the drive-by-wire actuator. Basically the cable runs that, and you can see here is running. So this motor that we use, a Bosch one, to run the drive-by-wire, and then you've got your master cylinders. We use 0.7 on the rear, 0.7 on the front, 1.75 on the rear, and a 0.625 on the clutch. It's pretty much standard affair for the brake setups that we have. And as you can see here, our sprocket adapter and our clutch slave. Now this is also in for starting. It's also a safety thing, which is for reverse, which is a clutch switch, so you have to have the clutch in to go in reverse. So we put that in. That basically earths it out, so it allows you to put it into reverse. So it's just a secondary precaution. So neutral and then the clutch in, and it all works absolutely tickety-boo. So fuse box in, the wiring for that all laid in right the way through. And then we've got some other bits to go in here in a minute. These will be going in next, which is the steering column, which is here. We do two forms. We do a quick release boss, or we do a spline boss, which is a permanent fixed boss. On the road I'd probably prefer a permanently fixed boss, but if you're doing a lot of the track work, then obviously I'll get the quick release reel for if you want to get out of the vehicle quickly. But on the road I think a fixed one is perfectly adequate, really. And this is our collapsible system that basically slots in, so that clamps up there, and in the incident it will slide together. Then moving along, gear lever. That's locked gear. Look, it makes its own noise, this car. Okay. And then rear end. Right, quite a lot fitted and going on. It's only a week or so into this build. This has a 314 with a ATB diff in it, so it's geared more towards the top end speed of around 148, I think it is, if I remember rightly my maths, which is plenty, but also makes it cruise extremely well on the road, much more sedate. A 338 is awesome for all-round capability and performance, acceleration and everything else, but with a 1440, because you've got that extra punch, you can go to the 314. 314 and a 338, it just dulls it a little bit. So if you don't go with a 338, in my opinion, sorry, 314 with a stock engine, it's great, but it just dulls it a little bit, just a little bit over speed for it. And then electrics are in, fuel lines are pulled in, and then we got here, you wonder what that is. This is our little laser cut bracket for the aim dash and the speedo sensor, and we got two magnets bonded on, one here and one underneath. That'll pick that up in a minute. Handbrake cables are laid in, and I'll show you the setup for the parking brake. So on this corner, Protect shock, top and bottom wishbones, and then the wheel handbrake caliper. And then this is the setup here. So we have a top hat here that is got a little section to it that slides in, so the cable can't pop out, and that's what that's for. And then the cable pops in, we put a spring in for the return section, and then a reusable end here. So once that's in, that little setup on the wheel would pull that's your handbrake. We can set the parameters how much that pulls, soft or hard, and then that will do your handbrake. And we've got a 240mm cross drilled and grooved discs, and then all of our billet aluminium bearing carrier, spacers, adapters, and caliper brackets in there. Fully adjustable top wishbones here, so if you may tune in for the first time, this is undo this nut, do this, you can change the camber on this really quickly, and it's infinite, so you can do 2 1/4, 2 1/8, 2 5/8. You can do that in terms of camber or degrees that you want to get to. And the same with down in the bottom here for toe in and toe out, we have the same system. So setting these up on track use, road use, this is for your toe, is so easy, rather than the old way of doing it, which was you could get a rose joint like this, you can only turn it halfway. You can't do quarter, can't do eighth, can't do anything like that. So this gives you infinite adjustability on the rear. Same's done on this side, so this corner's all done. Same, ready, set. We just got to do torques marks, final torque settings on these once we're done. We'll torque them and then torques paint them up ready to go. Wishbone design's changed a little bit on the top here. We've gone to a 19mm tube here, which we've done on another car. We've done successful racing with these and had no issue with making them a bit slimmer and a bit lighter. Everything's all about weight saving and some weight saving on these. And then moving like back in here, you can see it's up to that stage. Now, next things are we've got interior panels to do the final fit on. We've got bodywork that's arriving shortly now to fit onto it. And this car's going to be wrapped, I do believe. So that's going to be an interesting thing. We ain't wrapping it, I can tell you that. We've tried that before. Send a link up video of that thing if you want to, but tried it before. I'm not doing it again. None of the guys want to do it. There's some experts out there who can do wrapping, and we will be definitely pushing that on towards them. So, yeah, that's where we're at with the sort of 1440 CUP200 plus car. It's only to say it's been a week or two, not even that really. So motoring along, probably just over a week on it now. Really quite nicely. But there we go. So if you've got any questions, put them down below. Happily try and answer them for you. Or if you want to know more about the CUP200, CUP200 Race, CUP200 Track, CUP200 Plus, 1400 turbos, Master RX5 turbo, Sprint 185 in the range, or any other vehicles that we do, hook us up, phone call, email, come and see us at the factory, which would be great. We're still open up to Christmas. Come and see us. We come and hook us up and come and have a look what's going on. It's always nice to see them in this bare form, especially if you want to take on the build yourself at home. You get to see what you're getting yourself into. And a lot of it is pretty much common sense half the time, but sometimes you get stuck. We're here to help. Right, that's it. Remember to like, share, subscribe. And then the final thing is I'm going to show you this bad boy on the dyno. So Finn's going to shoot you up a little video now, and we end on this 1440 screaming on the engine dyno. Remember to like, share, subscribe, guys. We'll catch you next week.